Hello, good morning and good evening to those who are in other parts of the world, like in America. I think it's um, it's a few hours to midnight, and in back in Africa it is in the morning. So we once again welcome to Afrique 24. And today, I think we start off with a very sad note of people celebrating online about uh, the death of Jacom. So, karibuni sana. Welcome to Africa this evening. We will talk much about what is happening in our country, Kenya. A bit of politics, though. I don't know where this is heading, but it is a very dangerous precedent. So karibuni sana. The controversies have emerged within the political landscape following the death of the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. We are seeing elected leaders posting or saying things which are very, very bad. And this happened in Nyeri. The Nyeri Governor Mutahi Kahiga was recently captured making some very interesting statements about Baba, saying Raila's passing could be perceived as a divine intervention that would ultimately benefit the people of the mountain region. Uh, his comment has sparked a widespread outrage across the country, and especially for those who are active on social media. That is something that has been trending even in the mainstream media. People have really condemned Mutai Kahiga for his comments. And tonight we will analyze the specifics of what was said and explore the reaction from various leaders and the public, and access the broader implications of for our political environment. When you say such things, what happens? Because Kenya is very, very tribal. These are some of the statements which are unfortunate, and for me, I will not share the video of him saying those particular words because, first of all, I can't translate them. To comprehend why Governor Kaiga's remarks have elicited such strong response, it is good to we consider the context. Mm. You know very well that the Nyeri County governor positioning him as a key figure in the politics of Mount Kenya region. First of all, is regarded as the right-hand man of Rigathi Gachagua, who is vying for the presidency. Raila Odinga has been a prominent national leader for decades. Mutahi Kagwe are just newcomers in politics. Significantly, Raila influences politics beyond his Luo Nyanza region. He commands uh, support across all the communities in Kenya. I don't know if there is any community that does not have an ODM member or a Raila follower. Historically, there have been a lot of differences between Mount Kenya and the Nyanza region, especially regarding positions and locations of resources. Uh, Nyanza people always feel that they're shortchanged by central region. They feel the central region are rather very greedy. They have been having their fair share of government, and uh, understanding this regional dynamics is maybe very crucial for us to understand uh, Kaiga's statements and the way we need to interpret it politically in this political moment that everybody is now charged. Now, in examining the comments, uh, what did Kaiga really imply when he says that Raila's death is divine intervention that will benefit Mount Kenya region? Uh, Generally, this is the Kikuyu community. Now, the government's focus had previously shifted. This is what he meant. The government focus had previously shifted to Nyanza due to Raila's political influence. Now, the playground is level, meaning Raila's death has now evened the playground. Now, sisi sote tuko sawa, so he's okay with Raila dying and is not sorry about it, so long as the ground is even. Now, this remark should annoy you, and worse still, it's not even a week since Raila was buried. It's just about is it 2 days, and you get such kind of statements. I think Mutahi is called Kaiga was very insensitive and divisive, particularly during this time of national mourning. Uh, Raila's relatives are still you know at home mourning uh, their beloved one. So the reactions to Kaiga's comments have been immediate and very very necessary and intensive. That is yani zimekuwa zikikuja kukuja from political leaders. I've seen Gladys Wanga posting something. Gladys Wanga posted something. Also commented on this particular issue. Let me look at what Gladys Wanga said. Now, Gladys Wanga said Odinga's death should not be that should not be mourned, not used for political gain. Such remarks are cruel and divisive. We agree with you, Chairman ODM, Chair Lady. I agree with you. Such remarks are not necessary at this particular moment. Then we had also, who else? I'd seen also another comment from um, Anne Waiguru had also said something. Once I get that comment, I will be able to put it up on air for you so that you can see what Waiguru had to say about this particular situation. Now, Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru labeled them as col- cautious, uh, as colors, and and what irresponsible. Why he used words that I've never seen bwana. Watu wamekasirika bana. So, Governor Waiguru, uh, the governor's wordings were colors and and irresponsible. These statements do not reflect the values of Mount Kenya people. Yes, a lot of people have reacted, but I'm only able to sample a few of those remarks this evening. But so many people who have reacted to this particular story have have raised concern about the governor's remarks. The ODM chair lady, and now Kirinyaga governor, and now people are calling for the impeachment of Mutahi Kahiga. It's irresponsible. Once you are in a position of leadership, know how to carry yourself. You don't just open your mouth. Yeah. Usifungue tu mdomo papa 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 unaongea. Sometimes be careful of those people you associate with. Now look at the public response. So social media has seen an outpouring anger with many calling Kaiga's resignation. Now, had you just shut up or chosen your words, then people would not even know what you are talking about. Just be careful. This is not the right time, or this is not the right time of saying things which are negative, especially to the bereaved. Raila Odinga's status was way up there, so you wouldn't want to say things which are very, very negative that can provoke emotions the way they are provoked in the social space. Now, Kaiga's statements may signal a consolidation of power within Mount Kenyan politics, because even as he was saying this, there are people who from that region really liked what they were seeing or what they heard, and they were clapping and cheering, uh, and that statement would just influence the voters to approach the elections in that tribal trajectory. So what he has ignited the emotions of people who hated Raila Odinga to start thinking in that direction. So politically, they will start thinking and mobilizing ethnically. Now, I don't see how leaders who are given positions of responsibility, instead of fostering unity and having decorum, they are still using a vulgar language to communicate to their bases or their tribesmen. Uh, this is not the first time uh, politically charged statements against deceased leaders have sparked the national controversy in Kenya. Uh, these remarks shows you that ethical responsibility is very, very good when you occupy positions in of power, especially when you are an elected leader. So you can imagine the rage that this can cause between the Luos and the Kikuyus. How do these remarks like this affect the political discourse? One thing I know, to the guy who was asked, uh, there'll be competition. There'll be now an excuse of underdevelopment because of these particular regions, uh, and our leaders are not held accountable for whatever they are saying in public. But I believe that there's this commission called the National Cohesion and Integration Commission. Is could be, I think it's headed by Okundi or Kaparo. It used to be headed by Ole Kaparo, but now I think Okundi, Engineer Philip Okundi, is one of the commissioners there. This is something that they need to look into. And even if it is to summon the governor, they need to summon the governor, ndio iwe funzo kwa wale wengine. Yeah. Now, if you're watching us at home and you've not subscribed on Afrique 24, please make sure that you do subscribe to this particular channel, so that we can be bringing for you such stories as they unfold, and we try to analyze them and see how they will affect the perception, or how they will trigger people to move to the ballot in 2027. Is that statement really favoring Mr. Gashagwa? I think it doesn't. People who respected Gashagwa are looking at his close allies saying this kind of statement. They think it is actually from him. Now, having said that, there are also other fine Kikuyus out there who are not buying this, and they have condemned the governor. Some of them are my friends. Some of them I know you are your friends, and they've already condemned this kind of act as barbaric and should not happen in our country. I invite you, my viewers out there, you can share your thoughts and comments on our social media pages. You can share your comment on our X page. Share it on YouTube so that I can be able to read and see what is your thought on this particular incident that happened. It is apathetic, something that I believe should have not been even been given uh, the media uh, slot. We should have given it a total blackout. Uh, that is one thing I always say when I see a negative statement that can spark emotions, that can trigger emotions of other community. I will not air it here on Afrique 24. I'll make sure that we diffuse it. We try and make it go away the way, I don't know how, but by talking about it, uh, telling our people that this is not the right way to think. Uh, Governor Kaiga's comments regarding Raila Odinga's death is not something that we would expect from a governor, and the outrage that it has caused in the social media spaces, this is just too much. This it it highlights the ongoing political tensions between the two communities, and the ethnical considerations, and also the public perception of that particular comment. Even if you are not, if you didn't want to be associated with the politics of Gashagwa, or the politics of ODM, you'll react to this one. And now, effective leadership requires not only a strategic insights, but also a commitment to responsibility. Uh, Heshima, yani kuwa na heshima, and also have empathy. People are still are bereaved. So when discussing a deceased leader like Raila Odinga, you need to think twice what you're going to say. I've seen people who are so emotionally affected by this death that they can do anything. They can even, I don't know, they can do the worst. So please be very very careful, especially when you are talking to people who are staunch supporters of ODM and Raila Odinga. So kuwa na akili kidogo ya kufikiria ya kuwa na utu, uangalie kuwa matamshi yako uh, sio ya kukijeli ama ya kuleta mgawanyiko katika taifa letu la Kenya. Na isitoshe tena niliona katika mtandaoni watu wanaongea sana juu ya wanatuma mapicha, wanaongea juu ya huyu kijana wa Raila, Raila Junior. Junior amewaelezea vizuri sana, yeye bwana hakuumbwa vile, ni ugonjwa ndio imemfanya akakuwa vile. Ni kama kuangalia mtu, naweza sema nini, mtu amelemaa na kumcheka na kumcheka juu ya ugonjwa. Yaani inaonyesha wewe ni mtu aina gani. Hebu tu, yaani mtu unaenda unapost picha ya ule kijana. Yaani yeye si raha yake aonekane hivyo. But wewe unaenda mpaka unapost huyu kijana wa Raila Odinga ati mdomo yake imekaa namna hii namna hii, na unacheka na unafurahia. Uko na utu gani yani? Yaani wewe ni mtu aina gani? Wewe ni mtu aina gani? Wewe ni mtu aina gani? Hujui kesho hizi vitu bwana zinaweza kukugeukia. Nervous system yako inaweza collapse na kesho ukuwe ni wewe ndio mlemavu. Umelemaa na sidhani kama ungependa watu wakuchekelee. So ukiwa kule unapost video kama hayo na ukiona video kama hayo, don't share them please. I was telling somebody that please don't share. Usinitumie video kama hii. Wewe ukishaiona wacha ibaki hapo, lakini the moment unaishare it goes viral, so everybody gets to comment about it. So suppose you just didn't share it. Suppose somebody who's responsible didn't share this story of Mutahi Kahiga, or if hatungeijua ikatukera. So sometimes the things that you don't know will not bother you. Unaona, if there is animosity between uh, the Kikuyus and the Luos, that is something that has been there. But amplifying it is not necessary, especially at this time, because how people will perceive it, people will spin it into something else. Some people can stand hostile just because of you posting something like that. A brother can be beaten somewhere because of that post that you posted, and innocently without even knowing. So Kenyans out there, tafadhali tukue, at least tukue na utu. Hii wiki pia ndakuwa tunachambua ile bill that was signed into law by William Samoei Ruto. The 25 bills, we will try and dissect each and every one of them. Why the government does not want us to have freedom of expression, freedom of association. Why it wants to know who you are, why you are talking on social media, why you posted something uh, against someone or the government, why they can even pull it down. So some of these freedoms that Raila Odinga fought for, again, they are being now curtailed by William Samoei Ruto. And I think that is very, very retrogressive. We are not Tanzania. We are Kenya. We are Kenya, and we are not going back. We are not going back to where we used to be. The only thing that we urge everybody is that, okay, when you're using the social media handles right now, I think the rules have changed. You need to be more careful because the government will be out there looking for you. Lazima ukuwe na very, very, very careful, because what uh, this bill that has been signed into law is really going to affect TikTok users who come to the space saying all sorts of things, and they think that they can get away with it. Poleni sana. There's also the National Lands Commission Amendment Bill 2023. Amends the laws governing National Land Commission and oversees public land management. There is also what else? Oh no, that one was done a long time ago. Which bill? Which notable bill that we can refer to right now? I think I'll be talking about the media, uh, the the computer misuse and cyber crimes amendment bill that now is law. That one we must talk about. And also the privatization, it's called private privatization bill 2025. Yeah, that is 2025, that enables the sale of state owned assets and farms without going through parliament. Aha. Hii hapo kuna kizungumkuti. Yeah, so sahizi the state can just decide that wanauza KPLC, hakuna mahali mtawapeleka, and they are not answerable to you. Umeona hiyo? I hope that munaelewa hizi vitu. I hope that munaelewa hizi vitu. So these are some of the bills that we'll be talking about sometimes this week, so that tuzichambue, tujue how they affect you directly. So mambo ya social media ujue, eh, I know from next year you have to be very, very careful of what you're posting on the social space. Otherwise, serikali inakukujia. And if you're watching us from Tembei and you've not subscribed to Afrique 24, tafadhali kaka, with your brother, with your sister, with your nanny, just please, just go to YouTube, uende pale useme Afrique, uandike AFRIQ 24, then at least naweza ona what you're saying on the X spaces. I see many people watching us from the Mtembei platform, X space. Many people watching us again from Afrique space. Please make sure that you are all subscribed and you follow us on Afrique. Now, if you feel confident enough and you want something to discuss on the social platform, and even if you're not confident, please just step up. Tutakupatia microphone useme yale unataka kusema. I know so many of you are wondering, hey, how do I get to the stage here? This getting here is very, very easy. Getting here is very, very easy. Let me post for you my email address there, so that you can email me if you want if you want to be a panelist, if you want to be a host in here on Afrique. Please, that is my email address. Email Afrique d24hours at gmail.com, so that I can be able to talk to you and make sure that you are a part of this wonderful discussion, because we need to uh, have good governance in our country. We need to have a lot of civic education going around. People need to know why they are voting. People need to know who they are voting for, and why they are voting. So those elements, I always say here on this particular channel that your school fees. is on your vote. Your roads iko kwa kura yako. Your security iko kwa kura yako. Your jobs iko kwa hiyo kura yako. So don't buy it for a few shillings, 200 or 500 shillings or 1,000 bob. Don't think with your stomach. Think with your brain, because we need a future for our children. We need a future for the next generation, and the only way we can secure that future is for us to make sure that we give our people the right civic education. And it starts from you and me here on this platform. And that's why I posted for you my email address there. Please just write it down. Just take your time, write it down. I know you want to participate in this particular program. I will see it and I will respond. And I'll give you a link so that each and every time we have this discussion, or if you have an issue that you want to share in the public, sometimes it's not politics. Sometimes it's something uh, that affects the society, like mental illness, some advice that you can give, or counseling that you can give to your fellow Kenyans. Please come, step up. Let's work together. Let us see if we can form a team that will be able to educate our people on making the right choices. Otherwise, thank you very, very much for tuning in this particular morning. Uh, I've been your host Mzalendo kama kawaida. Don't fail to subscribe, and remember, everything that you do, there is somebody up there who is watching upon you. So don't just open your mouth like Mutahi Kahiga and those guys who are posting uh, pictures imitating Raila Jr. It's unfortunate, it's pathetic, and it's barbaric. Mshindwe kabisa. Otherwise, thank you very much na karibuni tena hapa Africa 24.